Hey guys, so this is a little November favorites video and we're going to talk about some skincare, some makeup, heavily focused on the lips, and some just comfy stuff that I've been loving for winter. So for makeup, I can't not mention this because I'm using this all the time. This is my color switch from Sephora by Vera. This is like mini color switch. It knocks off powder products from your brushes so that you can continue using your brushes for blending without having extra product on them. Very, very convenient. Then I have a product from GUERLAIN. You know that GLAM bronzers are the kings of all bronzers. They are very, very, very well known for their bronzing powders, and they are beautiful bronzing powders. So much so that this one is in my favorites again, and I even hit pan on it if you can see a little slither of pen. This is a Terracotta Lady Tan Magnifier Powder in the color 01 ULTRA-IRISE. Now, this one I don't think is widely available. This was limited edition, so you can't buy it anymore, but I do urge you to check out GLAM bronzing powders. They don't really do contours as much, but their line of bronzing powders is fantastic. They're so good. Check them out. They have a pretty wide selection. Then a brush that I need to desperately clean is this Airbuki by Tarte. It's very cute, it's very small, and I use it for pressed foundations. I think this works super, like you can see how so dirty. This needs a clean. This brush is really, really good for buffing in pressed foundation into the skin. It gives you really good coverage right away, and it does sort of melt the powder into the skin. I find this application, if I want a fuller coverage, just powder makeup look, is really, really good. Then 3 lipsticks, and somehow all 3 are from MAC. I've been wearing these 3 a ton this season. I'll probably do a separate video on bright/dark lipsticks for winter. The first one is MAC Mineralize formula, Mineralize Rich in Nose for Style. And this is plummy brick red sort of color. It's pretty dark for me, and it's kind of a dark bright. Then we have another bright, and this one is VIVA GLAM Taraji Henson matte lipstick, and this is sort of a fuchsia, beautiful winter fuchsia, I would say. Of course, you can wear it in the summer as well, but for me, this is a really, really nice winter shade. And Rebel from MAC as well. This is a very well-known lipstick, and it's this sort of purpley berry color. You can see the kind of tone I go for, really, and this is really beautiful. It can be worn as a stain for a more wearable look. So these are the 3 colors that I've been reaching for the most. Now on to skincare. I have been using 3 masks very frequently, and I want to make a separate video about the kinds of masks I use. I have a fairly extensive selection of masks, and I've just been getting more into masking recently. First one is Origin's Original Skin Retexturizing Mask with Rose Clay. Not every clay mask will work on drier skin. Like my own skin is quite dry, dehydrated. It can be dehydrated, and I don't need any more dryness. This Rose Retexturizing Clay is not bad. It's not very drying, but it does, when you wash it off, also exfoliate the skin, and it is quite clarifying. I tend to use it more on my T-zone and a multi-mask, so I put this mask on my T-zone and something maybe retexturizing or a bit more hydrating on the periphery. So this one I've been using a lot, you can tell, because there's so much missing. A new addition to my mask wardrobe is this Glycolic Peel Radiance in 10 Minutes by Caudalie. It's about halfway empty. I've been really enjoying this. I'm kind of contemplating purchasing this one in full size. It's a quick pick-me-up, it's brightening, it's fast, doesn't irritate my sensitive skin, and it's just a joy to work with. I really love something that is very effective. You can see the result right away, and it's just pleasant to use. Easy mask. And the third one is a moisturizing option. This is going to be a little bit more difficult to find, but once I ran out, I'm kind of contemplating purchasing, although there's plenty left, so it's not like I'm running out anytime soon. It's AHC Aesthetic Hydration Cosmetics. This is from a little Korean beauty store in Montreal. I have no access to it anymore since we moved. And this is called Aesthetic Gold Manicure. Adhere to your face fully and softly, like coating the skin. So, I mean, description doesn't really make all that much sense, but it is an absolutely beautiful hydrating mask. I have a suspicion that this is honey-based because that's what it feels like. I love honey-based skincare in my skin. Feels like there's honey in it. I don't know for sure because I don't read Korean. I probably should read up on the stuff that I put on my face, but this is a really nice moisturizing sticky mask. And I do like using it again on the periphery in combination with this one, which I use in my T-zone. So this is really quite nice, quite moisturizing. You can see the effect. The skin is baby soft after you wash it off. So I was quite impressed. I need to look a little bit closer into Korean masking and specifically this brand. Maybe I'll just repurchase it. A couple of oils that I've been using. This is a new oil that I've just broken into and I'm actually quite impressed. More impressed than I thought I would be. This is Clarins Blue Orchid Face Treatment Oil. Very moisturizing, surprisingly hydrating oil. It's really up there with my best oils. At least I haven't made up my mind 100% about it because I've just started using it maybe 3 weeks ago. And I do vary my oils, so a few drops I use at a time. I've barely dented the bottle, so this is going to last me a while, but I need to experiment more with Clarins oils. This is a true gem. I would really recommend for hydration. This is Blue Orchid one. It's a really good one. And if you watch my channel, you know I love this one, and this one I've dented slightly. Again, you need only a small drop of it. This is Darphin Nectar, a flower nectar. My favorite oil from Darphin. This is sort of aromatherapeutic. The only thing I don't like is the applicator because I really would prefer some kind of maybe a pump or something, even a dropper, like something to disperse it. I really have to sort of pour it out and I'm always afraid I'm pouring out too much. Really I end up just like dotting it onto my fingertips and massaging it into the skin. But this is truly wonderful. I love this oil. This is not my first bottle of it. It's an expensive sucker, but I really, really enjoy it. And the last moisturizing product that I wanted to talk about is my night cream. And this has been such a good addition to my skincare regime, and it's Nuxe Rêve de Miel Ultra Comforting Night Face Cream. The whole Nuxe Rêve de Miel line has been working wonders for me. It's my favorite line from them, and I think in terms of affordability versus quality, this is a huge winner for me. I think quality here is super high-end, and it's kind of more on an affordable side of things, the brand. So Nuxe Rêve de Miel, I would highly recommend you purchase pretty much anything from the line, and you'll probably like it. It's again honey based. For my sensitive, dry, dehydrated skin, it's really been doing wonders. And I've dug into it for sure. Like this is not the first impressions for this one for sure. None of them are. I've loved all of them for extended periods of time. A couple of loungy things that create codes in the winter I really wanted to share with you. First of all, a pair of good slippers will make all the difference in terms of how warm you keep yourself. Now for me, this is 2 years old, and you can see like I've dropped tea on it. It's a messy slipper, but it's the Uggs slippers with shearling on the inside. It's really cozy. The thing about shearling is that, it does not stink. You know how slippers eventually start stinking? Well, if you have shearling on the inside, it doesn't. Somehow there's something about this fiber, it absorbs the sweat and doesn't let bacteria develop and grow inside. So it doesn't stink. It's very comfortable. It's leather sort of outside and shearling inside, and these are super, super worth their money. I feel like these are lasting me so well. I wear them every day for 2 seasons now, and I mean, I've spilled things on them, but they're totally wearable still. So Uggs, I really recommend you check out their footwear. We're not talking about those Uggs boots, the crazy ones, like the ones that they're famous for. I'm talking about the rest of their footwear line, the leathers, the slippers. It's all really high quality. Another thing I'm wearing right now is cashmere socks. I would urge you, if you can, invest into really amazing cashmere socks. They're so soft, so warm, so cozy. You will not regret it. I love wearing them at home, mostly because at work it's a little bit too thick and too much warmth to be inside. My work is all inside, and I basically drive to work, come out, go inside the building, or sometimes just go from the garage into the building without going outside the whole day. That happens just because of the nature of what I do, and for that reason, it's not necessary for me to stay warm. If you're working on the outside of your house, then, you know, for being outside, it's really wonderful for going on hikes, on walks, whatever. If you need extra warmth, cashmere is the way to go. It's super warm and very thin, so you're not going to end up with super thick socks that don't fit into any shoes. Cashmere socks are fairly thin and extremely warm, so it's a plus on every front. I love cashmere anything, and cashmere socks have been absolutely amazing. A really nice addition to your loungewear wardrobe. If you have a casual workplace, then maybe even for the workplace wardrobe, it's chilly where you are. And then another really warm wintertime favorite, and this is not going to be for everybody, but it is for me. I am not cruelty free. I'm contemplating eventually going cruelty free, but I am not right now, and I'm not going to, you know, promote something that I'm not wholeheartedly devoted to at this point in time. So I will show you a fur vest. This is rabbit fur knitted vest, and I do encourage you to check out knitted options because they're just very soft and moldable. Vests that are fur or faux fur that are a little bit more structured, they can be a little bit less cozy and comfortable, but this guy I have had for 2 years now. It doesn't shed. I have another piece that sheds extremely from another brand. This guy doesn't. It is from the brand Dolce Cabo, and this is a rabbit fur, and again, rabbit fur is probably the least expensive you can go in terms of fur, ombre sort of knitted vest. This will wear down, mat down, and become unwearable in about 2 seasons, but this is something I owned and wore extensively for 2 years, and it's still in very decent shape. I love the ombre. I love the whole cozy of it. It's very warm, and I have worn it not only just, you know, as a layering piece, but also I've worn it on top of a leather jacket, for instance, as a layering piece on the outside, not under. And it's a very versatile piece. It's very neutral and it goes with everything. If you are cruelty free, then there are so many options of faux fur out there, but for me, I still got the fur option. Obviously, it's absolutely your choice what you do. That's it for today. I hope it was fun for you to watch my November favorites. It's kind of the stuff that I've been pulling for and loving in my wardrobe and my skincare and makeup as well. What were your favorites this month, and what have you been loving? Let me know. I'm very curious. See you guys later. Bye bye.